Okay, so here's our second video talking about slope-intercept form. So this is kind of a word, not a word problem, but it involves a little bit more steps. It says, how can you find an equation of a line that passes through 2 points if neither of them is the y-intercept? Consider the line that passes through the points -1, -2, and 3, 4. So again, we need to come up with our slope-intercept form. So we're going to do that by first finding the slope, right? So remember, I'll put slope-intercept form right here. Y equals mx plus b. Because we don't have the y-intercept, we don't have the b, but we do have the ability to find the slope. So here's what we're going to do. So slope equals m equals. Now there's an equation. Y2 minus y1, the difference in the y's over x2 minus x1, the difference in the x's. This is the change in y over the change in x. So up here, they give you two sets of coordinates, right? The first set, let's call x1, y1. The second set, we'll call x2, y2. And now we simply take those numbers and plug them in where they go. So 4 is y2 minus -2 is y1. 3 is x2 minus -1 is x1. When you have a minus next to a minus, it becomes a plus. Same thing down here. And this is 6 over 4. And that simplifies. Divide by 2 into 3 halves. And there is your slope. So now we're going to use slope-intercept form to find the b value. All right. So here is slope-intercept form again. I'll write it down. Y equals mx plus b. Right. I'm going to change colors. So now in this equation, I know the m. The m is 3 halves. I want to find the b. So if I can replace x and y with numbers, I'm in business. Well, I can. I have two sets of x and y's. Let's replace x and y with 3 and 4. I know it says x2, y2, but 3 is an x value, 4 is its y value. Let's plug it in. And now we'll have all of these taken care of and we can solve for b. So your y value is 4 equals your slope is 3 halves times your x value is 3 plus b. This 4 is going to come down. To multiply 3 halves and 3, we're going to put 3 over 1 to make it a fraction and go straight across. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2 plus b. And now we're going to move the 9 halves over by subtracting 9 halves from both sides. Over here, I'll do that math equation. So what is 4 minus 9 halves? Well, 4 is 4 over 1. The common denominator is 2. Multiply 4 over 1 by 2 on top and bottom. That becomes 8 over 2 minus 9 over 2. Subtract the tops. 8 minus 9 is -1. The 2 stays the same. And this, my friends, is your b value. So b equals -1 half, right? Your b value. So your slope-intercept form equation should be y equals mx, so that's 3 halves x, and then plus b. But your b is negative, so it's -1 half. I don't mind if your y-intercepts are decimals. So 1 half as a decimal is 0.5. So that could also say minus 0.5 if you wanted to. Okay, and I think the Solvis software will accept it. But we typically like slopes to be fractions. Okay, last problem coming. It says that Allie received a gift card for her local coffee shop. Every time she goes to the shop, she gets a medium coffee. The graph shows the gift card balance at 2 points. How can Allie determine the number of medium coffees she can buy with the gift card if she does not know the original value of the card? Okay, so here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to connect these two points with a segment. And it's going to extend all the way up. That's terrible. Try again. We're going to extend all the way down to the x-axis. Do my best to draw as straight as I can. Sure. And all the way up to the y. Okay. So this point right here, which is called the Y-intercept, this is going to correspond to the original balance of the gift card. Because at this point here, it has the coordinates of 0, b. And remember what x is or 0 is the number of medium coffees. If I've bought 0 medium coffees, that means I haven't used the gift card. So you can see that the gift card is going to be somewhere around $24, maybe $25, right? We'll see. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we also have to find the slope, because the slope is going to tell us how much the coffee is changing right? How much every coffee costs. So watch what I do here. All right, let's find the slope. So to find the slope, we're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. So this 1970 is going to be x1, y1. This 1440 will be x2, y2. Y2. Okay, so let's plug it in. So y2, 1440 minus y1, 1970 over x2, 4 minus x1, 2. So that simplifies to negative 5.3 over 2. And when you divide that, you get negative $2.65. So here's your slope. This is how much a medium coffee costs. Every time she buys a coffee, it's $2.65 off her balance. So now let's go through and find the original balance. All right. So to do that, we need to find the b value by doing slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. I have the slope. The slope is that negative 2.65. And now I'm going to pick one of these points to be my x1, y1. And I think I chose the 1970. Okay. So let me change colors. There we go. All right, so here's my x and y. So I'm going to put 1970 equals negative $2.65 times 2 plus b. So again, I replaced y, m, and x with numbers. Let's simplify negative 2.65 times 2. So I'm going to do it right here. So that's it's 19.70 equals, that's negative 5.3 plus b. And let's add 5.3. 1970 plus 5.3 is 25. And that is your b value. That is your original balance. So if I put my slope-intercept form equation together, y equals m, negative 2.65x plus b. The negative $2.65 is the cost per medium coffee. This 25 is the original balance. I want to know how many number of medium coffees she can buy, right? Well, now I have the starting balance of 25, and I know how much each coffee costs. Each coffee costs $2.65. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide those two. I'm going to take 25 and divide it by 265. I did this by myself ahead of time, and I think it doesn't come out nice. I got 9.43. So that means that in the $25, she can afford 9.43 coffees. Well, this is in between 9 and 10. So is it 9 or is it 10? Well, if she were to buy 10 coffees, that would be more than 25. So you cannot round up in this case. And again, you're not going to use the rounding rules. It's got to be a whole number of coffees. So you have to actually round down. So that means that she could buy 9 medium coffees. And there you go. Great. So some great problems with slope-intercept form. All right. Good luck with the problems, and thanks for watching. See you next time.